As of right now, more than half of young adult men released from correctional facilities or prisons in Massachusetts are back behind bars within 3 years. But in Middlesex County, they're hoping to change that with a new unit, one of the first of its kind, specifically tailored to this population. Cristina Quinn has this first exclusive look inside.
A game room, a library, even a meditation room. Perhaps what's most striking are the cell doors, which stay open all day until 9 p.m. This is the PACT unit. It stands for People Achieving Change Together, a brand new unit designed specifically for inmates 18 to 24 years old.
Doors open at 7:15 or 7:30, and you're out. More freedom.
Medford native Eric Darden is 22 years old, and he's wrapping up a 2-year sentence for armed robbery and assault and battery. Aside from having his own cell, he says the atmosphere in the PACT unit is distinctly different from the rest of the jail.
More relaxed, just because you don't have to worry about looking over your back. You have a situation, you can talk about it instead of like someone trying to hype it up.
On average, inmates at Middlesex spend 18 hours in their 80-square-foot cell with a cellmate. But in the PACT unit, the unspoken rules of jail politics fall by the wayside. Inmates and corrections officers have a more casual relationship. All part of a plan, says Middlesex County Sheriff Peter Katusian.
Everything about this unit is supposed to replicate life more on the outside than a jail does, to prepare them for reentry by giving them some of the skill sets that they didn't have.
This means attending mandatory check-ins, anger management meetings, sessions with therapists from McLean Hospital, and reporting to work every day. Katusian says he was motivated to open the unit because of scientific research that indicates brain development continues into the mid-20s. Meaning programs like these can make a real difference in rehabilitation.
I like to say I'm a recovering young adult. I'm a guy that have made a lot of mistakes. I made poor choices in my life, but I was able to correct my path. And this is the way that I want to help these young men.
The PACT unit was designed in partnership with the Vera Institute of Justice, a nonprofit research organization that looked to Germany's prison system as a model, which emphasizes rehabilitation and socialization for reentry. It's a philosophy project director Alex Frank is hopeful more prisons in the U.S. will try out.
Their cells don't have toilets in them. They have a separate bathroom. Officers have to knock on their door before walking in. People have jobs on the outside. They're able to visit with their loved ones.
Some may argue that's too lenient, but Frank says it works. In Connecticut, which launched its own young adult unit in the Cheshire Correctional Institution over a year ago, the commissioner tells WGBH there has not been a single incident.
It's pretty remarkable to now find that not only have there not been any fights, but in terms of general incidents, it's made tremendous change.
Change Sheriff Katusian and his team of corrections officers are hopeful they'll see in their facility. As for Eric Darden, he admits he's a little worried about feeling overwhelmed upon his release, but he's committed to finding a job and staying on track, not only for himself, but for his family. He's already scheduled a doctor's appointment and contacted his cell phone provider.
I'm thinking, like, if I keep doing the little small steps of handling little bits and pieces, I won't fall back down.
Cristina Quinn joins me. That is really heartening. I hope it works.
Yeah.
So cell doors open all day, separate bathrooms. Any other, I don't know if privileges is the right word, any other privileges these inmates have?
Yes, so they have a lot more phone privileges, and for the first time in 25 years, the Middlesex facility is now allowing family contact visits for these inmates in this particular unit.
You know, Germany is where you said this started. Do you know what the genesis of where this? That's a pretty radical move.
It's very progressive. It actually goes all the way back to post World War II, right? When they redid their constitution, making human dignity a priority in their constitution, and then a few decades later, they had the German Prison Act, which prioritized human dignity and privacy and resocialization. So they have this history, but they use the Holocaust really as their lens for moving things forward.
That's amazing. Any other prisons about to embrace this, and particularly any other sheriffs in Massachusetts, other than Katusian, interested in this thing?
So far, no one that I know of. I did speak with Sheriff Hodgson over at Bristol County.
Arguably the toughest sheriff in the state.
Known for his hardline movements.
What did he say?
He said that he thinks it's great that they're trying it out, but he'd rather focus resources on at-risk youth. Particularly grades 3 and 4, he thinks that would be...
Before they're in.
Before they're in.
Well, they're not mutually exclusive, obviously.
Right, exactly. But yeah, that's what he said. He said he'd rather focus on that.
This is really a great story, and I really hope it works. Good to see you, Cristina.
Good to see you too.
Thank you so much.